Hello friends, welcome to Srivali's kitchen. Now I am going to show how to prepare a halwa with wheat rava, or this is famously known as the Annavaram Prasadam. Annavaram is a place in Andhra, and the prasad they give there is made using wheat rava and jaggery. It's very famous. It takes some time to prepare this, but it is very tasty. So for this we need wheat rava, the finer one, jaggery grated, milk, cashew and almonds, cardamom, ghee, and this tiny pieces you see here is what we call as pachakarpura. This is the special ingredient. You have to add very little quantity of this because it has a very strong flavor. It is very overpowering, and even the tiniest amount which gets extra could ruin your dish. So first I'm going to roast my cashews and almonds. For that I'm going to add some ghee. You can add a little ghee because to the same ghee I'm going to add the wheat rava and roast that as well. The ghee is now melted. Just roast them to a nice brown color. The cashews and almonds are starting to turn brown. And I'm going to take them back into a plate, and to the same ghee I will add the wheat rava or the dalia as you call it, and roast. It will take some time to roast the wheat rava. Let's just clear this completely and roast it. Once this is nicely roasted, I'm going to add some milk and let it cook. After that, I'm going to add some jaggery, a little more ghee, crushed cardamom along with the pachakarpur. I'm just going to crush it. So we're going to let this roast. This is going to turn into a light brown color and will release a very beautiful smell. That's when you know it will be ready. The rava is now nice and brown in color. It is releasing a very good smell. Now it is the time to add milk. You need to pour milk and keep stirring it because you don't want it to form lumps. Pour the milk gradually. Though the quantity of rava is less, it takes a good amount of milk to cook. So we're going to cover this with a lid and let it cook. Keep the heat on simmer or simmer to medium. Don't increase the heat, and try to use a non-stick pan. Okay, so let this cook and we'll come back to this again. So it is now completely cooked. You can see how it looks, just like dalia, cooked dalia. So now it is the time to add the grated jaggery. Okay. You can either add the ilachi skin, or you can just keep it aside for tea. I'm just going to give this a good mix. Let the jaggery melt. And once the jaggery starts to melt, I'm going to add the cardamom powder so that it will be easier to mix it up. And then this has to cook again so that we get a nice texture. Now is the time to add the cardamom powder. Give it a good mix, keep stirring it, and then leave it on with the lid open. You don't have to close it because it is cooked now. So traditionally the prasad there has a kind of slightly burnt flavor to it because they burn it a little. They burn the prasad a little to get that extra taste. I will try to do it, but even if we don't succeed, it is going to taste equally good. Okay. Now this has to come together and form the halwa-like texture, the sooji halwa kind of texture. Okay, we are going to let it cook until then, and after some time I'm going to add the cashews, roasted cashews and almonds. The mix is now coming together and starting to boil. So this is when I'm going to add the roasted cashews and almonds, and also I'm going to add ghee. And 3 to 4 spoons, because this is what adds nice flavor to it. It still has to come together a little more, but remember that if you are using a non-stick pan, you have to turn off the heat a little sooner than the normal pan, because it dries out faster. 1 more spoon of ghee, and that's it. I'm going to let this now continue cooking on simmer. Let it come together nice and proper. So this will take another 5 minutes at the max, and then it will be ready to serve. Okay, now you can see the texture. This is when we can turn off the heat, because we are using a non-stick pan. And if you're using a normal pan, let it sit for another 2 minutes or so. But now this is done, so I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to let it cool down for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to take it into a serving dish. Okay. As this is good, this has got jaggery in it. Once the heat is turned off, the jaggery changes its texture, and we'll get a much firm halwa type look to this. So we're going to let this rest. I've let it cool down to a nice warm temperature, and I've taken it into a bowl to serve it. So the wheat rawa halwa, or the Annavaram Prasadam, is ready to eat. Thank you for watching, and if you like my videos, subscribe to Srivalli's Kitchen.